We did it. We're back. And by we, it's me. It's Matt. It's Beard Laws. And joining me as always is the Yo-Yo Gang. Burley.
Yo.
Just enjoyed his first meal since Friday. And that's what that smile and look of discomfort is from a long fast.
Speaking of discomfort, I'm 3 days out of. I have 3 days left of being a real man.
Oh
yeah.
Getting the old snip tuck. We're all officially at that age group where a lot of us, not me, but a lot of the guys in the group are going to get the snipperoni. You're going to have to give it a pretty pleasant review, even if it sucks, because Euban apparently is really heading that way. Brandon J. McDermott is heading that way. Goot says he'll never do it.
Yeah, it doesn't change your hormones, in case you're wondering. I asked about that with my urban doctor who's white.
He's like, I got you.
He goes, what's your what did he say? What's your not prophylactic? What did he say? What's your form of birth control right now? I said, pulling out. And he goes, oof, bad call, brother.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, he had a lot of those.
You have to have a sense of humor to be in that game. And you know what? They probably are a little bit of a better doctor than Dr. Nick, I would have to imagine.
Did you feel your brain being damaged? Yes.
And for anybody that's wondering, you're probably like, yeah, read the title. We hinted at it last week too, I do believe. And we're both pretty excited about this one. We are going to...
It's almost like we predicted this week.
It's like we predicted it. Call us MG, baby. The Simpsons. And we're diving into their uncanny ability to predict the future. They've predicted a lot of events. We have, spoiler alert, at least 20 to 25 events from actual Simpson episodes that they've been able to predict. And there's a lot more. And it's like, are they time travelers? How does he do it? Do we actually know? No. But we're going to make some educated guesses and probably annoy some people in the comments.
I might ignore some of the truth and just want to believe. Sometimes I want to believe.
I want to believe.
I really need an X-Fly sound. Yeah.
I know that's.
Hold on. All right. I wanted to get
that's how I was going to start the show with us singing it. And then I pressed record in the middle of a conversation we were having. So that's, you got a little bit of everything of catching up on our lives in the first 30 seconds of the show. But this one, I'm pretty excited. I've been pretty excited about, the new format with the conspiracies and a couple of different things. And this is going to be another good one.
I don't like to, conspiracy is a dirty word, Dave. We're just,
only if you make it.
We're looking into truths.
There we go. Because we want to believe.
Yeah, you're living your truths, right? Is that the saying?
Sounds like a saying. It's not my saying.
It's what the kids are saying nowadays, dude.
Is it?
Oh,
did you hear the other stuff that they're saying?
Yeah, Ohio and Skibbity.
Yeah. Is that still a thing? I thought that was already out.
I don't know. I know I say things and it pisses my youngest one off. So
that's a dad win right there.
Have
your kids ever seen The Simpsons?
For sure, the oldest has.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the youngest was that. Now, I've got a weird thing going on with my kids. I don't know if all kids are this way, but neither one of my kids liked cartoons past the age of 3. They just gave up on cartoons and they just went straight to like whatever YouTube. real people, not YouTube. Well, the youngest one, yes, YouTube now. The oldest one went straight to whatever the Disney Channel like live action shows were and stuff like that, right? So,
yeah, we spent a lot of time in the Doc McStuffins world.
Yeah, we had that, but until it was
gone.
3 or 4. Yeah, 3 or 4.
Yeah, it was about probably roughly that age, and then it was the kid got into whether they liked it or not. A lot of sports. It was a lot of football. 2, 3 TVs. A lot of football. We spent the weekends, college basketball, football. Just kind of hanging out, playing board games, having tea parties, just doing that. But yeah, you're right though. But cartoons these days, I mean, the only one that comes to my brain, thankfully, by the time it came out, the kids were too old, was the Bluey. That's really the only one.
Oh, you know what? I'm a liar.
Oh,
my youngest one really liked Bluey for a really long time, but that was like the only cartoon she watched.
Yep.
Yeah, that
And I have to imagine there's a lot of options, but those are the two that were around, like I said, knowing of Bluey because of, other buddies and their kids and stuff like that. They talk about it, they sing the song, it's weird. But maybe it's weird that we know the Simpsons song, but that's what we grew up. And there's so many seasons to
I
it.
can still sing you the Muppet Baby song, dude.
Oh.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
You want to go back to cartoons, dude. Yeah, The Simpsons, but is it the longest running TV show, like, since Cops is gone?
That I don't know, but
Oh, you know what? I bet soap operas beat it.
Oh, maybe. The first Simpson episode, do you know when the first one came out, though?
Like, Simpsons proper, not on the, what's her name show?
I just went with...
What was that lady's name?
The Google search, and there's a date and a year. Season 1, episode 1.
Oh, season 1, episode 1. I'm going to guess 89.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
December 17th, 1989. It says it was directed by David Silverman, season 1, episode 1, and written by Mimi Pond.
I want to say it came on right after Married with Children, which was hot at the time.
I remember that. So at the time of this, I was roughly like pretty much 5 years old. And I remember Simpsons. It was a thing. It brings me back. Like, this was the show. And, my parents, I feel like at the time thought they were cool parents letting us watch it. Because, it's the Simpsons. And, we're a little bit younger. But Ma would make her homemade cookies. And we'd watch Simpsons on Sunday. That was our thing. And her homemade cookies was opened up like the thing with the tubes of cookie dough. Put it on the cookie sheets. And I just remember... chocolate chip cookies correlates with Simpsons, right?
I was not allowed to watch The Simpsons.
Yep.
You had a cool parents, Dave.
Mm-hmm. They were.
I had to play catch up in my teenage years.
Did it still hit home pretty good catching up as a teenager?
Bro,
Here's the different the different perspective of me. Like, I almost feel bad that I haven't watched it or had the kids watch it. But now, because of this episode, it's been being thrown on the TV, and like I'm hooked again.
Probably 14 years old. I started watching it secretly. My parents still probably wouldn't have liked it, but started watching it. And dude, yeah, it was Tool time, Simpsons, Tool time, Simpsons.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, it was a little bit. It'll come on eventually because this button takes forever to make a noise. There it is. Okay. But yeah, it was back to back. Was it like that up there? Or was that just Houston?
I don't.
Every afternoon.
I just remember Sundays. I couldn't tell you the time. It must have been later. I want to say like 7 our time, maybe.
Okay, this was all reruns. So
the reruns.
This is how I got to catch up like every Simpsons episodes. They would just run the reruns. I don't know that I ever knew about like new episodes. It was my stuff was always old. But yeah, dude, I loved it, man. Loved it. Now, who's your favorite character?
Bart.
Really?
Bart and Homer. But when I was going through my heavy drinking stage, there was a lot of Barney quotes.
Barney, pretty funny.
My favorite quote was "Hook it to my veins" when he would come in and just need to catch up with all of them drinking. But I'd have younger me was 100% Bart, and then and one time I even won a statewide drawing contest in my age group, and it was a Simpsons contest, and I drew apparently the best Bart Simpson for my age. I wish I could remember what the hell I won. God damn, I'm gonna have to call.
It was a pair of shorts, but you ate them.
Ate them.
Cowabunga, dude. Yeah, dude. I think my favorite, dude. It's obviously Homer, but at number 2, believe it or not, Officer Wiggum.
Oh,
dude makes me everything he freaking says is so funny to me, dude.
I bet you it hits home a little bit different now. Like that's why because they still released episodes in 2024, and I'm just gonna have to pick a random day and season and year and be like, this is where we catch up.
In the brief amount of time that I have cable every couple of years, because I get tired of trying to find streams, I'll DVR the Simpsons and then I'll watch the new ones.
Mm-hmm.
They crush it. And even Futurama. I love Futurama.
Futurama was awesome.
But as we know, Simpsons have gotten some things correct in their day.
So correct. For anybody wondering, apparently if you have a Disney Plus subscription, a Hulu subscription, according to The Simpsons are available on there with some episodes, as well as YouTube TV, Sling TV, Amazon Prime Video. But I think you have to rent on there.
Rich people with their Hulus.
But it's always on FXX. Tomorrow was apparently a really good day. Season 8, they are just rolling through Season 8.
Oh, yeah, that's the channel that basically plays all the Simpsons all the time in order. Yeah, that rules.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, Disney Plus, it says the Simpsons collection gives you access to all the Simpson movies, TV shows, and more. I used to love the Halloween specials.
Oh. Treehouse is a horror, dude.
Yes, dude.
I think they have a prediction in here that came true. But we can kind of flow through it. We got so many of these.
We have a lot. Yes, sorry. So obviously we have some kick us off with the one of the first ones, and we're not going in order from like 1989 first prediction. We're going all over the place. I feel like we did a good job of saying, hey, here's the really wild ones, and then kind of get into, just in case we don't get to the last couple of ones, they get a little less wild.
Yeah, well, the biggest and most poignant to nowadays is them predicting Trump as president.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty wild. In the episode that came out March 19th, year 2000, Bart to the Future, Lisa predicts that President Trump will be president. She in the episode she plays the president, and she's taking a phone call. Let me make sure this is correct.
Imagine if there would have been a female president, then El President Trump, and they hit the twofer on one episode.
That's how you know this is a fake, dude.
Yeah. And while you're double checking that, it was season 5, episode 1. Just in case anybody wanted to look that one up. Season 5, episode 1.
I don't see that little detail on here, but I think pretty sure she's on the phone, and she said, "Hey, I've got a lot to do. I inherited a major budget problem due to President Trump." So pretty wild. Now, I did look into this one. Apparently, starting way back in like 88, Trump talked about running for president.
Oh.
Yeah. So that might be where they came from. But I choose to disbelieve. And I think Matt Groening is a time traveler. How about that?
I think he's a time traveler as well. Or him and his team, like you said, just maybe have a knack for picking up details when the internet wasn't so prevalent.
Can I put one thing out there? We do not condone the acts of Matt Groening.
Yeah, I don't know what the acts were, so yes, we.
Oh yeah, he was on that Epstein plane, dog.
Oh, gotcha.
He got a couple of quote unquote foot massages. But here, this is funny. The lady that gave the foot massage, there was nothing sexual, but apparently Epstein was like, he has to have a foot massage, so he pulled out his feet, and the lady described his feet as disgusting and yellow toenails and smelling and lint all in between his toes. And she still did it because she's a professional, but they were disgusting. So, haha.
I mean, could you imagine how beat up your feet would get traveling time all of the time? I have to imagine he could have toenail fungus from the 1400s. That would stink.
That's called the plague, dude.
I mean, he could have that. It might be a prediction as well.
Gotta be some. Oh yeah, speaking of plagues,
hey.
The Simpsons predicted the Ebola virus. I don't know if that's on this list. I have my own little cliff notes at the bottom.
Hey, I like it if we double dip. Just a side note, apparently, though, while we're talking MG and the shoes, he apparently was a big fan of the New Balances, the 80s training shoe, the 475. If there's any shoe heads out there.
I mean, are they cool enough?
I don't think so.
Okay, so in the Simpsons episode, Lisa Sachs, that's a hard one to say separated. Lisa Sachs
I'm glad you said that, not me.
Marge reads Curious George and the Ebola virus to cheer up Bart. This episode is set in 1990, but the Ebola virus had already existed before it aired. But it was set in 1990. Wait, hold on.
I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Bart's feeling down. Let me cheer you up with Curious George and the Ebola virus.
It's going airborne.
It's going. Oh my god! Wouldn't it be cool to be able to get copies of some of these books and prints?
Doesn't that one guy on TikTok do that?
He might, but it's still an active show.
Oh no, I don't think it's Simpson stuff. He's like, your mom is a crack hooker or something like that. You know, like what I'm talking about. And he reads them on streams.
I feel like I know what you're talking about, but I don't know who it is.
They look like children's books. It's hilarious.
Interesting.
One author to another.
We should swap books.
Now, what does this one say about the Simpsons movie? Did you like the Simpsons movie? You're going to say you didn't see it.
When did it come out? If it came out a long time ago, there's a chance.
2007.
Nah, didn't see it.
You were working in the mines by then. The movie features a scene where Homer creates a giant dome over Springfield, similar to the real-life events of COVID-19. So,
Curious George and the Ebola.
Can you buy it?
It's right from there's Simpsons Wicca. Wicca. So simpsons.fandom.com is where I found some information. Shout out to the sources. And like I said, it just shows that. And then the episode, Bart just started school. Marge offered to read this book to him, but he was not in the mood. Oh, Bart, you little brat.
Did you know they don't choke Bart anymore?
I heard that.
Yeah.
Heard that. I'm surprised that they let that.
Here's one that they got right. Disney buying 20th Century Fox. They predicted that in an episode. That one's not that interesting. The Siegfried and Roy tiger attack. Pretty funny.
But
I think
I feel like a couple of people saw that one coming, right?
A couple gay dudes with white tigers. They gotta make it happen. Yep. The discovery of the Higgs boson, which is wild. Are you familiar with the Higgs boson?
No.
The Higgs boson, I think it cost in 2012, maybe year might be wrong. Double check me on that. But it was like a $35 billion project to collide two atoms and create the quote unquote God particle. Mathematically, it works out, but they've never been able to test it out.
Yeah, how would they do? Yeah, so it was first proposed in 1964 by old Peter Higgs and others, but yeah, it was confirmed, like you said, in 2012.
Was I right on the year?
Yeah, you were. That's you are 2 for 2. July 4th, 2012. That would have been some fireworks.
Oh yeah. Well, we can get into this conspiracy theory if you want to write this one down. When that Higgs boson happened, a black hole was opened up and we were all sucked into it. We are living inside of a black hole as we speak.
Oh,
that's a real thing. There's science behind it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and end that one.
Higgs boson's scary stuff. But yeah, they basically recreated the Big Bang and created a black hole. Giggity.
How have I never heard of this?
Are you reading about it right now?
No, I'm trying to find the notes so I can put that down real quick. Because I am going to dig deep into that one for sure.
But yeah, the God particle. Yeah, but remember we talked about this last week whenever Homie was writing out that equation on the board.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Higgs boson equation. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Interesting. And that was like the donut one?
Yeah, I believe that's the one.
The reference to,
unless he did more than one, but I believe that's the one.
Interesting. Yeah, that's going to be an intriguing one. Look at that. Triple T's. It's not the TikTok Tuesdays anymore. I was trying to think with tinfoil times. I don't know, whatever we came up with. We got a little hint and sprinkle of what's in the future.
Testicles.
All of the testicles.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, there's one that's pretty interesting. I forget the name of the episode. Man, I really should write these things down, right? But maybe you can tell me. There's Lisa predicts FaceTime.
Was it the tablet one?
No, that's a different one.
That's a different one.
Yeah, but there's one where it's called Lisa's Wedding, if I remember correctly. The name of the episode is Lisa's Wedding, and she's a little older. She calls Marge on a phone that has both a rotary dial and a screen and talks to her. Maybe you can find that picture.
Let's see here. Let's see. I'm looking up 50. There's there. Simpsons predictions. Episode was turning point. I don't see that one coming right up because there's Lisa's Wedding, Bart to the Future. But the first thing that did come up was The Simpsons predicted FaceTime. Not really, and it's a YouTube short video by Maddie D Media.
I got you.
Because in the one there that's saying that the prediction was a fortune teller, she was going to fall in love and marry an upper crust English man, Hugh Parkfield.
Scroll down. Scroll down. Where? Hold on.
Yeah, we're really good
Almost
at doing the research.
We're here. Okay, here we are.
Here we are.
Man, I am the best at internet sleuthing, but I'm not good at podcasting because I talk with stuff in my mouth. Okay, here we go. Can you see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, I think I remember seeing that.
Mm-hmm. What else they got in here? They got Big Ben as a digital clock.
Big Ben.
Oh yeah, look, there's another one. Another FaceTime situation kind of.
Oh yeah. Video calling.
And look, they have that little tiny camera up top. What year? Yeah, Lisa's Wedding.
Well done.
Man, I got memory.
Look at you.
Still trapped, dude. That memory was still trapped. Po. I'm on it, dude. Okay. Which ones you got, dude?
So the Simpsons 138th episode. It was the I think they label them as like spectaculars and stuff like that. It was season 7, episode 22, which was November 12th, 1995. The episode shows a clip of a futuristic device that resembled a tablet long before, well, we got these tablets in everyday life.
That's the one where the bully was bullying, what is this? Nelson?
Nelson, yeah, he was the bully.
Was he bullying anyways, he was bullying somebody, and he had that little tablet, and he would try to type stuff in and it would misspell it and stuff like that, or the autocorrect was bad on it. But they predicted autocorrect back then. Yeah. Same episode.
The iPad didn't come out till 2010, so this was in 1995. So I mean, quite a few years before that time traveler is picking that up.
If you're a time traveler, is this what you choose to do? Time travel, then come back and put it in cartoons.
But what else is he doing that just nobody? Maybe this is the distraction.
Oh well, yeah, we know who he was hanging with. You know who was giving him foot massages? I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, maybe. Let's
see. The Simpson movie. You said that one in 2007, right? Where it was the Homer created the giant dome over Springfield, like the lockdown for COVID,
like the COVID stuff.
Which obviously. There it is. Oh, I should have scrolled down a little bit. Season 5, episode 19, Lisa's Wedding.
I swear to God, I didn't read it.
No, it's fine. But it was May 8th, 1994, and Lisa's fiance uses the device that looks like a smartphone that we showed it up there. And it just kind of was a way that the episode could highlight the growing importance of communication technology and personal relationships. I mean, I don't know if you got a teen in the house. We have a teen in the house that lives an hour, thankfully, away from old friend that is a boy, and they spend way too much time on that mobile device.
A senior cowboy.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of cowboys. 1992. Redskins win the Super Bowl, correct?
Versus the Bills, I believe.
Make sure I'm right before I just spouting off things I remember just from a few days ago.
Yes. So Super Bowl, the Redskins defeated the Bills by a score of 37-24, becoming the 4th team after the Steelers to do that. Yeah, so it was 92. Correct.
Simpsons predicted it.
That's wild as well, right?
Oh, no. That's nothing. Me and you.
I know it's enough.
Team. Next year, they predict the Dallas Cowboys. 1993. The next year, they predict the Dallas Cowboys again. Actually, you know what? It must have been. Wait. Yeah, it was 3 in a row with the Cowboys, right?
I know the Bills lost 4 in a row.
All I know is that they predicted Redskins, Cowboys 3 times in a row.
So it went Redskins, Cowboys, somebody, Cowboys. So they were 93, 94, 96.
So they picked those 3. Or, sorry, yeah, 4. Isn't that
So
wild?
that's pretty wild. Yeah, because the 95 Super Bowl champion was the 49ers.
Steve Young or Montana? That had to have been Montana, right?
And they pounded the old Chargers. Do you know who the halftime show was? People complain about
Kiss.
People complain about it. It was Tony Bennett, Patti LaBelle, Arturo Sandoval, and Miami Sound Machine.
Name one song by any of them. Go.
Can't do it.
I know the names. Couldn't tell you a song.
Yep.
Except
So the game,
the
the game was regarded as 49ers quarterback Steve Young's final leap out of the shadow of Joe Montana, who had won 4 Super Bowls with the Niners, 2 with Young as the backup. So Young at the helm, and a defense consisting of veterans. So it was him.
Shout out Steve Young.
Hey,
Which I think he was a guest on The Simpsons at one point. What else? Oh, another one. What was that Patriots versus Atlanta game where Atlanta had the giant
comeback
lead? That was predicted on The Simpsons. The score and everything, dude.
Yeah, the comeback, the score, right?
Yeah.
So many. I mean, granted, yes, there's 36 seasons, all of these episodes, but there's...
Have you seen the 9/11 prediction?
I heard of it. I did not. I don't remember seeing it.
Pull up that picture, dude. Pull up that picture. Simpsons 9/11 prediction. What? Because it's like super symbolic. By the way, apparently Matt Groening, I can't find any hard evidence to this, but the leading theory is a huge Freemason.
Really?
Yeah, if we're going to talk about conspiracies, we love the Freemasons in this house.
Was it the one? Oh, so it's the one with the the article cover.
Yes. Yes.
It says New York $9.
And then the Twin Towers is the picture of an 11. Yeah, so 9/11.
Coincidence?
What is the quinkadink there? Think about that. Okay. This might be slightly off topic, but it kind of isn't. I didn't know 9/11. I didn't know the Twin Towers were a thing until they were hit. I knew about the Empire State Building because that giant monkey was on it. But I didn't know anything about the Twin Towers and a lot of people down here didn't.
I was going to say probably, I mean, I'm a New York guy, not obviously the city. So I obviously knew about them. I had seen them when I had visited the city, but and I'm sure there's a bunch of things that are in your area that I'm like, huh? What? That's not a thing. But if a tragedy happened... I can't tell you
the name of one building downtown.
Yeah.
I think there's a Chevron building somewhere.
That sounds like it. Sounds like a pretty popular.
Huh?
I said that seems like it would be a thing down there.
It's not high on Uday and Husey's list of things to jam a plane into.
What do we have? Season 8, episode 15, Homer's Phobia. Which was on February 16, 1997. Homer says he hopes to be like the O.J. Simpson of sports, foreshadowing the infamous O.J. Simpson trial and its media frenzy.
Is that a reach to you?
I feel like that's a reach.
I feel like that one's a reach. See, we are fair, people. We are fair.
They tried to say that the episode would reflect the cultural obsession with celebrity trials, media speculations, and making a comment on the sometimes blurred line between sports and personal controversies. Reach.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one. The horse meat scandal in Europe.
Yeah.
I don't remember that episode.
I don't remember the episode, but I remember the horse meat thing. And it wasn't there horse meat in a lot of the Aldi stores as well?
Yes, you're right. Now, you against eating horses?
I mean, am I going to go out and intentionally say, hey, I'm going to kill this horse and eat it if I'm not starving? No. But if there's a little bit of horse meat in my food, am I going to not eat it? No. If they sneak it in there, I mean, let's be honest. I like a good hot dog. I have no clue what's in there, and I'm never
And you
going to
don't want to
Google it.
know. Yeah, you
No,
don't.
I don't want to know. I like the taste of it, and I don't get sick when I eat it.
I'd eat a horse right now. Yeah, I would eat a horse that I got to watch it get butchered. Meat is meat for the
I
most
have to
part.
imagine. I mean, I'm in Amish country. I have to imagine they're eating their horses when they're done with them.
I've never seen a horse get buried.
I've seen an Amish bury a finger. Apparently, that's part of the religion. When they cut it off, they don't go to the hospital and get it back on there. Just we got to bury it. Are they gonna do it with a horse? I have to imagine they're gonna eat it. But I guess I don't. Next time I see one of my buddies that have the Amish neighbors, that's
That's the
gonna be a
worst
question.
version of Jack and the Beanstalk. Dude. Jebediah and his fingernails.
Could be. I wonder if Simpsons predicted that, or it reminded me. The first thing that pops in my head is like a horror movie when you just see the hand come out of the ground.
Idle hands. Shout out.
Yeah.
See, even the man, these are stretches, dude. Some of these people. In this episode, Lunch Lady Doris pours horse parts into the school meals at Springfield Elementary. 2013 European horse meat scandal involved horse meat found in beef products across Europe. The scandal began in Ireland when food inspectors discovered some foods labeled as beef contained horse meat. Horse meat was found in many products, including frozen lasagna.
Ooh, that'd be good in it. I bet.
Dude, meat is meat is meat. I mean, dude, I watched that show about the dolphins. It's called like Cove, the Dark Cove or something like that. I don't know. Where all these fishermen in Japan round all these dolphins up into a cove and just it's fish in a barrel and they're just taking them all out. And then they're just eating that. They're eating the hell out of them. Yeah.
So in 13, Aldi recalled some of its frozen beef products after it also had horse meat. Was it the same year that
2013?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the scandal because of Aldi was the frozen spaghetti bologna. Frozen spaghetti.
I hate Aldi so much.
And then they also
I'm
had.
sorry, Aldi, if you ever want to sponsor this show, but I hate you, dude. You have to pay to get a cart, dude.
That's all. Yeah. You know what? I am the guy that goes in and I'm like, all right, wife and kids, we're going in, but we're carrying it. The hell with it. We're not getting a cart because if you get a cart, you fill a cart. So you go in there, you carry out. I'm going to tell you right now, Aldi, I'm going to reel you back in. I know he doesn't love it, but maybe you haven't tried it. And I know he's not eating this right now because he's on the carnivore diet and he just ate for the first time since Friday. So he's a little bit angry. But their frozen 16-inch pizza for $6.50 is fantastic. It's a great pizza. I just had one for the first time.
Are all Aldis small?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know. I've only been in probably 2, maybe 3 different ones in my life, and they're all around here, and they're all pretty much the same size. Kind of like Dollar Generals. They pop up all over the place. They're roughly the same size, right? And then they just get rid of them in a couple of years and move on to the next one.
Can't hear Dollar General without thinking of Kill Tony now. Kid the other day. I didn't even know they had a corporate. Let's see. The FIFA corruption scandal.
Yeah.
What else we got here?
I got one that was season 24, episode 16, May 5th, 2013 as well. It was The Day the Earth Stood Cool. And they're saying that the episode featured a character with a home that is eerily similar to the actual smart homes that are now popular much, much later. So they built a futuristic home. I'm sure if we went back, the Jetsons probably predicted a couple of things in homes that
everything, dude. I still wish we had treadmills like walking sidewalks in our house.
Right.
Like moving sidewalks. What was the name of that episode?
The one that I just spoke about was The Day the Earth Stood Cool. And I just listened to a song today and it says, "We were promised jetpacks." And it obviously reminded me of the Jetsons for some reason. And I'm like, so if anybody ever wants to listen to a decent song, made me giggle. The day.
What was the reason they lived so high in the sky? Is it like the Earth was destroyed and below them?
I don't know. Or maybe because they had, the Earth was destroyed or getting destroyed. So they were like, hey, we got flying cars. We might as well be in the sky. That's where the houses are now. I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of Jetsons. I just knew a couple of episodes. Hashtag Team Simpsons.
I knew the Jetsons only because I had a VHS. Shout out how old we are. Hey, do you know what VHS stood for?
Not off the top of my head.
Really? There's 2 different names.
Okay.
I'm going to pull it up, make sure. So everybody
Video.
thinks it's video home system.
Okay, I could. I
Right.
would.
But
That's not where my brain went.
what do you think?
Video housing system.
No.
Video. It, I don't know.
So the original, it was vertical. God dang it. Where is it? Vertical hold something. Okay, it's vertical though. Because they originally went in like so. But anyways,
Interesting.
I digress. I did a little research on what it's like to be a writer at The Simpsons. Like how smart you gotta be. Like they talk about it in this thing that I saw, where part of the writing process means once a week you go into a room and they pitch thousands of jokes. Like there's like 30 to 40 people. You might get 1,000 jokes pitched, and only about 50 of them will make it on the show.
50 is still a lot.
Yeah, but 50 from 30 different people, right? So you're thinking about, I bet you that there's people that have never even had their joke hit the show ever.
And probably got fired because their jokes were never good enough.
Or they were just a good jump off spot. Like an idea man. I'm a real good idea man.
Mm-hmm.
I can throw some ideas around. My follow through, no, not so great. Ideas though. I got great ideas. There has been some super famous writers for the show.
Do tell.
Conan O'Brien, he was a writer forever.
Really?
The youngest writer to ever make it past the packet submission, like to submit a packet and them actually read it, is crazy hard at The Simpsons. It's one of the hardest things to do. But what's his name? Donald Glover, Childish Gambino. Yeah, he's the youngest person to ever get like read and like actually came in and like did a little bit of writing there. There's a few other people now that my brain is not working well.
No, it's good.
Belly's full of meat.
Apparently, there was a Ken Keeler with a PhD applied math. I'm not sure who that is. Bill Odenkirk, shout out to him. All these, wow,
yeah,
there's a lot of PhDs.
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. There's like a lot of Harvard guys. What's his name?
They took different ones. Some that had PhDs in math, some that had chemistry, some had computer science. So I mean that's an interesting thing. I mean they're getting these big brains in certain fields that are making predictions that probably statistically have a chance to actually be accurate. That is wild.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's also what is that thing where they say if you put a monkey in front of a typewriter, eventually they'll type the entire works of Shakespeare?
What?
Yeah. That's a real thing. Look, Google it up.
I believe you.
Monkey, typewriter, Shakespeare. Just type in those three things and they'll tell you it's mathematically it's true.
Before I Google that though, I found a list of some super famous people, so I don't want to lose that one.
Okay.
It's probably some people we've heard of, but you're a reader now. I wasn't. Still not. J.K. Rowling, however you say it. Apparently he joined forces with The Simpsons in 2003.
J.K. Rowling, the Harry Potter lady?
Yeah.
It's a lady.
Yep. Joined forces with The Simpsons. It's a lady?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the lady J.K., I don't know why my brain went there. In 2003, wrote, joined forces with the title The Regina Monologues. Regina.
No, because they're talking about the vagina model. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty funny.
In this episode, the Simpson family embarks on a journey to London where they encounter a colorful array of British characters.
Like Harry Potter.
She brought the script before all of that stuff, so that's cool. And then another writer, George R.R. Martin. That's a dude.
Yeah, that's Game of Thrones guy.
Known for his epic fantasy series, yeah. He made his mark on The Simpsons in 2014 in an episode, The Surfsons. It was a clever parody of his own work. Martin's writing transported the Simpsons family members to a medieval fantasy world filled with magic, dragons, and political intrigue.
Were you a Game of Thrones fan?
I watched a couple of them, and then it got so popular, and that's all people wanted to talk about. And then me being the weirdo that I am, when it's super popular, I'm like, I'm out. But I got all the books.
Oh man, do you want me to spoil something?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fine. It's not a spoiler if it's out that long. I'm not going to watch it.
Okay. Well,
Though I actually, I think I've read a couple books because I went through a thing where I wanted to really learn to read, and I was reading before bed years and years ago, and I was like, I'm going Game of Thrones, and it was such small writing, they were so goddamn big, and I was like, these are going to be the ones. So I bought the whole box set. Pretty sure I got through one or two before I quit.
I've been told his writing is hard to read because he'll spend 30 pages describing the weather or something.
Yeah, it was a lot.
But the Simpsons actually predicted the heel turn at the end of the show.
Ooh.
Yeah, and at the end of the series, it's been very upsetting, and it's not in the book, so that's not going to be a spoiler. It's only in the series because they didn't know how to finish the goddamn series. But it was very controversial what happened. But what's her name? Khaleesi, the blonde-haired chick.
Sounds right.
The hottie with the dragons, Queen of Dragons.
Ooh,
she goes
dragon.
heel and just starts killing everybody. She becomes a bad guy at the very end. Well, at the end of this episode, the Surfsons, the dragon can be seen burning the town in the background. And this is before the ending. So that was kind of that might be a reach. I don't know. But
or maybe they were like, I don't know what to do in the show. Oh, wait, he was on The Simpsons? Let's burn it down just like he wanted it.
That's the prediction. A lot of people are saying, like, oh, they probably just saw that episode and were like, oh, that's what we'll do then.
I mean, it seemed, controversy is a good thing and something like that. A lot of buzz, a lot of people talking about it, a lot of people are going to go watch it, and it's going to make you money.
You know what else has a lot of buzz?
Bees.
The Bee Movie.
Yeah.
Waiting for everybody to quit laughing. Okay.
Hold on, there's one left. All right, now you're good.
Oh, that guy crashed. He laughed so hard.
He laughed.
I
think he pulled a max and a little. Just a little. Just a little bit.
Just a little toot. A little squirt toot. I just imagine him going, oh no.
Shout out to our boy. Go check out the Drink O'Clock podcast.
Check out Drink O'Clock podcast. And check out the Body Wrong show because I'm sure we'll hear the whole story.
Oh, it's gonna be on there.
I
feel it. Oh, no, what you do? You do it on every show that it is and see if it lines up.
Yeah, eventually it'll hit, right? We'll get Roll Tide Willie.
Did you, in just to go along with that Drink O'Clock podcast predicting the future, did you see that guy? Did you watch this latest episode?
Kanye East?
Yeah, no, the one after that. The poker player. This guy was a poker player. He's got a bracelet. He's made a couple $100,000 doing it, but he's also like this medium, and they get into a conversation about like some pretty deep stuff. And I'm telling you, you could see the genuine reaction in Rob, like, what?
All right.
It was good. It was good. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna have to, let's give it a proper shout out right quick. Are you a face to unlock guy?
No, I'm a thumb. Got both the thumbs. I'm the pixel guy. Remember, I don't have the fancy.
I guarantee you it has it, dude. I guarantee you it has it.
What?
All phones are the same now. That's why there's no real argument.
No, it's because my Google Pixel on the network of T-Mobile doesn't get free Skylink access like iPhones.
Oh, I didn't know I got that.
That's just what I took. That's what I thought I heard.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, Preston Lee is the name of the guy. So watch Preston Lee.
When I watched it last week, and I was like messaging Rob Max while I was watching it. I don't care. You can see his older episode says his name. Nobody can spell his last name. And,
well, once they cut our funding at the Rage and Pillage podcast, now we have to start a new podcast. Trump cut the funding, dude. I think the Simpsons predicted it.
They probably did. Know what else they predicted? Marge
gays in the military. No, I'm just kidding.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think I remember that one. There was some interesting jokes and fun puns on Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Marge versus the Monorail. Season 4, Episode 12, January 14th, 93. The construction of the monorail in Springfield actually paralleled with the real-life infrastructure projects and issues regarding public transport.
Huh.
Because the episode highlights the challenges cities face regarding public transport and infrastructure, illustrating the struggles between ambition and practicality in urban planning.
You ever ridden a monorail?
I don't think so. I've ridden.
You ever gone long distance on a train?
Not super long. The longest I've ever gone was from Poughkeepsie to New York City, right into Grand Central.
How
That's
long
the
is
move.
that?
Instead of trying to drive into the damn city, you take a train. I don't know how
Um,
long it was. Maybe it was hard to tell because you can drink on the train. So
right.
we just train in, start having.
Well, that's what I was thinking about the other day. There's a 42-hour train from Houston to LA, right?
Okay.
Bring a couple microphones with you. You have 42
Ooh,
hours. You can talk to different people on the train. Go to the food cart and start talking to people.
that's
Train
a
talk.
that's several seasons. You could do almost an entire year's worth of podcasts in one trip.
Seems like you could call it Tuesday's Train Talks. Dum, dum, dum,
Oh,
dum.
or we just go crazy and we find a 52-hour train ride and we just clip an hour a week.
I think they have one closer to you than me. There's one that goes across. It's like the Wild West train ride, and it goes coast to coast, all through like the Dakotas and dumb stuff.
Really? Let's see. New
Yeah,
York to Dakota train.
say like Washington, New York to Washington train ride.
New
Boom.
York to Washington train ride. It's probably going to bring me to DC time. Yeah, it did the whole friggin' DC. I got to put state because I'm like
Yeah,
3 hours.
it's pretty sweet.
That's not bad. That's moving. Simpsons predicted that. Oh, okay. So an Amtrak
Yeah, that's what.
from
Yeah,
from New York to Seattle, average duration 70 hours and 49 minutes. This other one says between 2 days and 3 days and 17 hours.
you knock that out in 3 days, and you have your entire year set up of podcasting. You know how much free time you get? You know how much free time you get, Matt? Are they all going to be winners? Probably not. Is there going to be some background noise? Yeah, but it's train talk.
Train talk.
Dude,
Yep. I mean, you can.
autistic people would be on it, bro.
But if you got these mics and you have headphones and you put on, all of these great features that Riverside has, I bet you it's not so bad.
Do you think Riverside would sponsor us doing a 72-hour train ride of
I bet you we could figure something out.
let's do this, Riverside?
And that still gives us 20 hours to sleep and still have 52 hours of content.
We'll wear Riverside shirts. We'll do it
Mhm.
all. Yeah.
All right, there we
I
go.
use
We're gonna.
Starlink on my phone, apparently.
And you got to think though, if you wanted to get real crazy, you go there. It takes that many days. You do all the recordings. You hang out for a little bit. We can have some fun, but then you got to get back. Are we flying back, or are we taking the train
No,
back?
we
'Cause
got
if we take the train,
140 something hours for the podcast.
that's what I'm saying.
I'm in, dude.
I mean, you'd have to. You'd have to get. All right, we'll talk about this. We
If
just
we wanted to be
predicted the
real
future.
pieces of crap, we just release it all in once. Just drop one giant episode.
1 year of podcasting in one episode. You have 1 year to watch it. I'm sure that would do terrible. I wonder what the upload time on that would be.
Days. Just as long as it took to do it. Yeah.
Man, that would be fun.
Just I had this idea. I saw one video of somebody like, I took a train to LA. And I was like, my brain starts. See, I'm an idea guy.
An idea guy.
This is where I go.
And there would be some interesting people on that train that eventually would get to talk to us and come have a drink with us, and then the rest of it would just be us talking about everything else. And
If we became real gluttons for chaos, we'd take a Greyhound across the country. My guy.
I want to train with our own little like rooms and stuff.
Oh yeah, Amtrak gives you an entire bedroom if you pay for it. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
But a bus? I don't. Nah.
Riverside, let's make this happen.
Let's go, Riverside. Let's do this.
Do it. Every time we say their name, I think they're listening.
I think they're listening. Mhm.
All right, wrap this up with a couple more of these Simpsons things.
There was another one that shows off video chat technology, but this time with Krusty the Clown. He used it in A Star is Born Again, Season 10, Episode 18, April 28th, 1999.
Did you like Krusty?
I didn't hate him.
I feel like the episodes that centered around him weren't that good. I
don't
not
think they were
like
that good.
Sideshow Bob.
And yeah, Sideshow Bob, though, that guy always gave me the creeps. He's stalking, beating, and trying to murder a kid.
Yeah, but what's he doing before that?
What was he doing before that?
I don't know. What do adults do to kids when they kidnap them and stalk them? That's what they were leaving out on the show.
Mm.
Frasier, what was his?
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey Grammer, kind of a pervert to me. He's a little.
There's even a scene, if you go with one of the first things, because there's a whole clip of Sideshow Bob's best moments, and there's one he's got like a huge hammer something, and he's just smashing Bart. I'm like, what the hell? Sideshow Bob.
What was the reason that he hated Bart? I do not remember.
Why? That's a good question. Why did he hate Bart? Bart must have did something. Sideshow Bob's obsession with killing Bart Simpson began in season 5 episode Cape Fear after Bart thwarted his attempts to frame Krusty and kill Selma. Bob wanted revenge. So from there, he started tormenting Bart with threats after being paroled. Apparently, he looks like he even has a tattoo on his chest that says, "Die, Bart, die."
Yeah, I do remember that. Do you know why they're all yellow?
I don't.
Because when they were drawing them up, one of the artists, they started thinking about whenever you're flipping through the channels, what's going to catch your eye the most?
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
whenever can we get filters on this show?
Probably.
Maybe when people are flipping through YouTube, they see us in like yellow or blue.
I don't know if we can go yellow face these days.
Blue face. I feel like Smurfs aren't a protected minority yet. You know?
Yeah. Well, what about our bright green? I mean, the Hulk stands out.
Yeah, but I bet you that color. I don't know. It might be racist to be a green Hulk now because now he's red. In the new one, yeah, the new Hulk's red.
I don't like that.
It's Harrison Ford.
I don't like that either.
You don't like Harrison Ford?
Not as the Hulk.
That's Indiana G.D. Jones, dude.
I know. Exactly. Not the Hulk.
But he's Red Hulk.
The Wizard of Evergreen Terrace. Season 10, Episode 2, September 20th, 1998. Homer stands in front of a board that shows the $1 million winning lottery ticket numbers, which has striking similarities to actual lottery numbers drawn in later years. That seems like a reach.
That's a reach.
That's a reach.
So that's what I was getting at earlier. I'm sorry, I didn't finish my thought earlier with the writers dropping 1,000 jokes a week and only like 50 of them being taken, right? So, okay. Let's just say 50 jokes an episode. How many episodes of The Simpsons have aired?
Total? There is, let's see.
Pull up the old calculator for this.
Total episodes of Simpsons. 781.
So that's roughly 39,050 jokes.
Shoo.
Some of those you're going to, and that's only if they get 50 a show. Some of those are going to be correct.
And it is the longest running American animated series, sitcom, and scripted primetime TV show now.
And I'm going to, before we end this, I'm going to show you that this is real. Monkeys, typewriter, Shakespeare.
Wow.
It's called the Infinite Monkey Theorem. It states a monkey hitting keys at random on a typewriter keyboard for an infinite amount of time will surely type any given text, including the complete works of William Shakespeare.
That is wild.
Mathematically, that is going to happen. Isn't that crazy?
Can you imagine all of the monkeys that were killed doing this research?
Oh, man. With their poor little sore fingers with Band-Aids on them.
Mm-hmm.
Little stubby fingers.
What was the monkey in The Simpsons?
Oh,
there was one, right?
Yeah, oh, man.
It was Mr. Teeny and Mojo.
Mojo. Yeah, I knew it was a Mr.
There's two different ones.
I don't remember there being two. Which one had the hat?
That appears to be Mr. Teeny.
Yeah, Mr. is the one I remembered. Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know there was two, but yeah. Mojo was Homer Simpson's helper monkey who eventually adopts Homer's unhealthy lifestyle and becomes very fat and chugging beer. I don't remember that.
Simpsons is the first one who hit me to sponge on a stick. Being so fat that you needed a wash rag on a stick or whatever. Yeah. I was like, I never even thought about how they wash themselves. But yeah, now I know.
Interesting. They did predict or portray a VR technology, December 11th, 2011, Holidays of the Future Past, Season 23, Episode 9, Apparently, there is some kind of technology and social media interactions that mirror current trends in digital communication and entertainment.
Did they talk about the three-eyed fish on there on the list? I didn't see it.
Oh, let's see. The last ones, because we're going to get out of here in about 2 minutes. There was the Great Simpsina. There was a magician performing tricks with the assistance of augmented reality, foreshadowing AR technology. There
Yeah,
was
VR.
current child safety technology, the birds and the bees, which is the GMO technology. There was the road trip to Ireland, which is the resurgence of interest in traditional Irish culture and traveling.
These are all stretches.
Yeah,
Uh,
Bart gets an F. The importance of tutoring resonating with modern
yeah,
educational. Put on that.
the one with the three-eyed fish is pretty great. Do you remember that one where they eat the three-eyed fish because of the radiation or the radioactive stuff that went into the lake?
Mm-hmm.
That happened in real life in Japan, where the president of Japan or whatever he is, that not the emperor, but you know what I mean, and a bunch of other people in the government sat down and ate the fish out of the lake that they had just got busted pouring sewage into, and they were like trying to prove that it's still safe to eat it. That happened on TV. Simpsons predicted it.
Simpsons predicted it.
Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, then they just, a lot of the other ones are kind of reaches. The Fight Before Christmas, the episode, this was in 1999. It was a subplot about holiday commercialization and the pressure surrounding gift giving.
Okay. Some of these bullshit.
Yep. And I'm sure there's better ones out there, but you know what? We went with the ones that we found. And I mean, we could have easily just put Simpsons predict the future and found the first 5 websites. And, you know, we put some work into it. So give us a little bit of some credit if you want. If not, the hell with you. But it's time. We should probably get out of here.
Get out of here.
So,
wait, what are we talking about next week?
I don't know. What do you want to talk about next week?
I don't know that we're smart enough to talk about the Higgs boson just yet.
I don't know.
Very scientific.
We don't know anybody with a PhD like this.
I think we do.
Do we?
He owns a beard company.
Oh, yeah. He is a pretty big brain.
Yeah. I don't know if he's going to want to talk about the God particle, but
I mean, it might be something. Let's see here.
Around for future episode. But
so a couple of things in the note that we have is obviously that one that we just put in the note. Did we talk about the dark forest theory already?
That was one of the early ones. Yeah.
Okay, I thought and then we have written down potentially about the Bermuda Triangle, the Titanic versus the other ship, Olympia, I believe it is, that they think that's there, or the moon landing being fake.
The moon landing. We're not going to cover flat Earth, I'm guessing. Hollow Earth.
Did you see how there was recently a flat earther that did a travel, went to Antarctica just to prove that the Earth was flat and realized, oh shit, it's definitely not.
I mucked up.
And documented it all. And or we just say, you know what, we're going to put our thinking hats on and we'll come up with something. We have a whole list of things that we could pick as well. So
yeah, just like Robert, we're going to freeball it. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff on here. We're going to come up with something. You got to come back next week because there's a lot.
Poop our pants.
We will not poop our pants. And if you do, we don't have a sponsor for that. But
yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Just go about your business. And you know what? We're going to go about our business. Can't thank you enough. Hopefully you enjoyed this. And if you have a recommendation, if there's anybody actually listening to us and you have something you want us to do, let us know. That'd be cool. Feed
it would be
the beast. We want to cover something that you want to, but either way, this was fun. Burley, I appreciate you, man, and we'll see you next week.
Toodaloo.
Okay, bye.